Hello and welcome everyone to a weekly market review. So today is the 1st of December 2024 and I'm done with the complete market scan. So I'm going to give everyone a quick overview of which stocks should we look at and how the indices are behaving as of now. So clearly we are in a downtrend. So post the 20th 27th September, the Nifty 500 is making lower highs and lower lows. So there was this gap up which was created. So basically a support was taken from this election day high somewhat, and this gap is yet to be filled on the Nifty 500. But if we have a look at the Nifty, so basically where most of the FIs have their holding, this gap was actually sort of uh, tried to be filled over here. But let's see if we have a follow through to downside or if it consolidates over here. Clear rejection from the 50 EMA over here. So let's see if the market can take off these immediate resistances which are present over here, and if it can move away, higher, it would turn out to be an inverted head and shoulder pattern if it takes out. And in any case we should try and ideally not breach this 3rd June, which is the election day result high. Over here there were two support for Nifty. One was the 200 EMA, which kind of gave support, also this 3rd June high. But this gap was, sort of tried to be filled. But let's see, the GDP numbers have also come out, and they are not quite impressive, to be honest. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Let's move on to individual stocks, what they are doing, and we can go ahead from there. So I have actually created a complete watch list, and I'm gonna describe each and every stock as we go ahead. So first is Ganesha Ecosphere. So this is in a clear uptrend, making fresh highs. Despite the CNX 500 correcting, this is near its 52-week high. And we can clearly see there are some really nice volume, and it is tightening over here. If I show you over here, it's tightening in a really small range over here. So let's see if this can, take off and give us a return from here onwards. But there are few better setups which I'm going to show you later on, which are bigger bases and are proper, coming into a fresh stage too. So we'll discuss those as well. So I had actually taken entry in Ganesha Ecosphere somewhere over here, and I had booked into strength over here because this was again a bad market phase. From there it tumbled and remaining of the position got cut off at the 10 EMA breach. But it is setting up again. So let's see what it does from here. Okay, moving on. Okay, Kirloskar Badar. Okay, this is a really interesting one. Why, I'll show that to you as well. So if we open the CNX 500 over here, sorry, yeah, if we just do a new pane, so as the Nifty was making higher lows from here, like basically the Nifty was correcting, this stock was not exactly correcting, but it was making newer highs. So this region was the region in which it sort of was a brief stage one stock. And you can see over here the Nifty was falling day by day, and this was just making newer highs. It reclaimed all the key averages, and now it's consolidating and just look at the volumes. Just look at the huge volumes that were coming in. So probably people are picking up stake in this. And yeah, this was also a big winner in the 2023-2024 bull run as well. So yeah, this is a really nice stock that everybody should keep in their watch list, and it would be interesting to see how this goes from here. Okay, moving on. Okay, Shilpa Medicare, as you can see, it completely resisted the decline, and it's sort of consolidating over here. I mean, I do not like these 2 days due to the volume that came in. Maybe I would have preferred volume dry up or something like that. But yeah, again, not a 5-star setup. We have much better setups moving onwards. Okay, NIIT, again, this was a huge leader from this phase onwards. Again, as Nifty was correcting from November first week, this was just make this blasted off on this day. The huge tower of volumes again. Now, surprisingly, NIIT is having much better volume than Shilpa. So we can have a look at here. So you can see there is volume dry up over here. Let me just remove this. We don't need this is a clear winner. So if we look here, this is having better volume dry up and still stretched. Let's see if it waits here for 1 or 2 days or just completely blasts off tomorrow. You don't know, maybe because of the GDP news and everything that is coming, all the stocks will go sideways for some more time. Nonetheless, a good stock to keep in our watch list. So moving on. Okay, now Josh Engineering is also good setup. Volume dry up is present over here. Again, as the Nifty was correcting, it formed a base and shot up with massive volumes. If you want, I can just show you Josh Engineering again. Okay, here we have it. So Nifty was clearly correcting in this whole area. It formed a short base. It went sideways. It was like not willing to go down in any case. And on this day, which is the 19th November, it blasted. It was up 11%. Next day followed by 6% again. Obviously, in such a short span, if a stock moves up so much, supply is going to come to the market. Uh, the people who have made quick profit are going to exit. So selling pressure is going to come from their end. But yeah, it's forming a short base over here. Again, a high relative strength stock. And to its advantage, this is also pretty long base. I mean, it's all the way from May to 18th November, so almost good length base over here. And yeah, it's trying to form a mini base, waiting for maybe this MA to come catch up, and let's see how this behaves. Okay, SJS Enterprises, it's a good stock, but I would prefer just more due to just the volume factor and the point at which it broke out was a really stressful day. These days were really stressful for the overall market, and the strength just providing is much better than SGS. Nonetheless, SGS is also a really good setup. It also outperforming. It fell down with the market, but it quickly came back up to 52-week high range, and now it's sort of made an inside bar and it is consolidating near 52-week high. So again, we can keep this in our watch list as well. Okay, DOMS is another interesting name. The volumes are huge in this. You can see, it is also sort of a VCP pattern if it shoots up from here. Again, there is volume dry up here as well. Let's open DOMS. So this was the base. It sort of. I mean, since the time the market started correcting, it just went sideways. Over here, you can see 100 EMA cut and again bounced back on great volumes. Tried to break out, it fell down again on huge volume. But it's not going through the downside. It's just trying to resist and go up. So great characteristics, and here it's consolidating in this tight range. Let's see how much it is. Around 5 to 6%. So yeah, we can keep DOMs in our watch list well. And again, this was also since the IPO. I mean, it's giving a decent run, so this can be kept on our watch list as well. I'm gonna. How much time do we have left? Okay, 8 minutes now. Okay, Jyoti CNC is a better one again. Let's have a look at Jyoti CNC. So just like the above examples, right? Kirloskar brothers, just see what it's doing. Every day the market was dipping, but it was just it was going up and up. So clear accumulation by big players. If you can see these huge volume bars that have come in, so these are clearly signaling strength. It tried just a second, where is that? Yeah. So it tried claiming all the key moving averages. Supply came again on huge volumes. It came back up. So it's a really strong stock, and yeah, it was. This is also post IPO really good run up. Here, I don't know, for some reason there is huge volume. Probably some bulk deal or something that had happened. And yeah, over here in this region, it's actually consolidating really nicely. And I'm going to definitely keep this on my radar because the 10 EMA is very close to the price. So it's not really extended and clear relative strength according to the overall market is being shown regardless. Let's move. Okay, so this is another stock, the associated alcohols and breweries, and here again, it's not a really good setup. It's a decent setup, but I would still not ignore, because it moved down with the market, but quickly came back up. It was tight over here near the moving averages. Now it's trying to take off this resistance line and move further. Not great volumes, but yeah, still a decent setup. Okay, so this is a really good SIY. Okay, so this is Sheelam Silk. It is working. It can maybe become the next trend. So this is also doing something similar to what Trend did with Zudio. So I'm going to maybe bring out another video and tell everybody what is the reason why this is having such huge volumes. So I mean there were some signs, but nobody dared to take trades in this whole region because of how the overall market was. But it had gapped up over here, and it was very tightly consolidating. It shook out a lot of people here, and just you can see previous to this day, just see the volume that came in. Again, obviously there's insider buying and there are people with news and stuff. So I think 4th of November was the date when, yeah, its results and con call came out, in which they brought out the new strategy that they're going to open stores like Zudio and everything. So again, this blasted off again. Impressive relative strength in this as well. It's blasting when the market is down. And 3 4 days ago, also on the 26th November, it was up 13%. So huge volumes again. So yeah, it's trying to form a flag over here. But the only thing is that all the moving averages are really really far away. So maybe the risk reward equation does not match beautifully over here, but still a good stock to keep on radar. Okay. Okay, again, KFin Tech, clear relative strength again. Volumes are also nice if you see on this region. Market is moving down. This is near 52-week highs, trying to consolidate over here, and then maybe it can take. And this is a bigger base. I mean, it's almost from September, October, November, almost 3 months base. So it's decent. This is a much better setup than those shorter flags to take in this market condition, especially. Okay, Azad, this is everywhere recently. Let's have a look at Azad Engineering. So it was actually correcting. It was in a proper downtrend, I would say. It broke 200 EM also. Sorry, this is 100. Okay, it's IP stock as well. So it broke 100 and sort of a shakeout over here. Maybe this was a strong support. It थोड़े time के लिए it went beneath this, came back up, tried claiming all the moving averages, failed. Over here, I haven't gone through con calls or anything of this company, but for some reason there's a huge gap over here. Okay, there's a huge gap that has been created right here, and it has defended itself also, and it went up, but due to the overall bad market condition, it just went down. There was a trade here, I was observing it as well, but just because the market was so bad, I did not want to take any trade over here. But now it's consolidating here. The 10 EMA can also come here, give it some support, and maybe take down these few days are maybe of huge. People are trapped over here, so maybe supply is coming or something. There is decent volume drive also compared to these huge days. So again, a really nice stock to keep on radar. This is almost a 5-star setup, and yeah, let's see how it goes in the next week or month to come. Okay, ADF Foods, again there was huge volumes here, okayish volumes here. I mean decent volume. This region of resistance was taken off through this pivot. Now it's tightly consolidating over. I would have preferred much more volume dry up. But yeah, this is a good setup because it has broken the highs. It has made ATH when all the indices were really beaten badly. So yeah, it's a good stock. We can keep this on our radar as well. Okay, so Sarla Fibers, again same thing. Is it all like how we discussed? for some reason there is a huge buying force from the below. I would like it to consolidate over here for a few days and then maybe shoot up. But yeah, seeing the volumes that are coming in on such bad days, something is probably cooking up. So yeah, we have to keep. That is also good stock to keep on our radar. Okay, info is Naukri.com. God knows why it's moving. Maybe because of Zomato or some other uh, startups that these people have invested in. But it was in a downtrend, going down with the market. Suddenly on this day, huge volume comes up, this highest volume of the quarter, and it comes back to the 52-week highs. So as soon as the stock becomes cheap, people are willing to accumulate it. So that is the reason why it's back to 52 weeks high. So we have to keep this on our radar as well. Maybe it can take off. I would not go for info edge. I still have it on my radar, obviously, because why not? But it's a very short base and it's been in a run since God knows when. Probably time from the time that Zomato started moving, this also started moving. It's almost become 3x. But yeah, it's mostly because of Zomato and everything that is going on. There's this tiny gap also over here. But yeah, it's a decent setup because the moving averages are here. So maybe a chance. And also one thing to note is this stock does not blast. I mean, it gives decent good. It's like a smooth mover up, but it just does not give you like 20-30% days. Rarely there it was 10% up over here. This was all the way back in April. So yeah, this can be kept on radar, but I would not give it high priority. Okay, this is some stock that I found out, and for some reason, this also took out this small base with huge volumes. There were huge volumes here also in September mid area, and there is huge. Let's open this over here. I think it's this. Yes, it's this. And this is surprisingly a huge base also with really good volumes on this side. So it was in a downtrend from this February 23 time. Never took part in the recent bull run that we were part of. But for some reason, it tried breaking this resistance zone. Okay, let me remove this. Let me do this. It tried breaking this resistance zone. This whole just a second. It tried breaking this once. It failed. Again, it failed. Over here, it tried taking it again due to the market pressure. It went completely down. It got back up. It consolidated and it took out this whole region. So something is going on for sure because a key resistance of this sort has been taken out. And over here, if you closely look, there is actually another sort of a huge base that is forming. You can see over here 533 zone over here also, which was again a key level, and it is consolidating as of now. So this is the shorter time frame picture for this stock. So yeah, this can also be kept on radar if some volume dry up comes and maybe it stays here for a few days. Maybe the moving averages come again, it shakes out, forms a tight range over here and then goes off. This can be actually looked at. Okay, moving on. Nahar Polyfilms. Again, this is a similar setup to Kirloskar Brothers. Only difference between Kirloskar Brothers and this is the amount of volumes that has come in. Nonetheless, there are few volume pickups here also. So probably some exchange of hands is definitely taking place. This can be also kept on radar, but I would prefer Kirloskar Brothers over this. Okay, another good name. Let's have a look here. Leica Labs, is it? What was it? Huh. Okay, so yes, this is also a big base, and here it was a massive runner. I would say from 25 rupees, it went all the way up to 260. So it became 10x in just under 1 year. And again, this was a result of the COVID rally, topped out in December of 2021. But this point, if we carefully notice, it faced resistance here, and here as well. With market pressure, again, there was highest volume ever over here. And this whole period has been sort of a stage one, we can say. This day it went down. All the moving averages it broke, threw probably everyone out. Again tried breaching this zone. Again went down. Again came up. Again got rejected. But over here, with the market pressure that was going on, okay, something, huh? It came back up. It broke out of this pivot, came back up. Now it's consolidating over here. I would take only a day and trade in this, maybe, but okay, again over here, stop loss would have been hit in this case as well. But yeah, I feel the more times it tries to break this resistance is just gonna get weaker and weaker. And volumes are also decent. I mean, considering that how the market is falling, this is showing relative strength, but I would not completely trust it because it's just still down a lot. But yeah, a decent stock still to keep on radar. Okay, City Union Bank. It's a really good bank if you see from relative strength point of view, because all the other banks are not actually performing great, and this one actually has a gap over here as well. If you see, I'll show you. City Union Bank. So this is a big base over here. This is a huge base, and the volumes and the positive earnings surprise. All in all, there is a story that is playing out. That's for sure. And here also we can see that 200 DMA was also taken out, consolidation, and as just the results came out, huge gap up, tried moving up, tried breaking out of this zone here somewhat. It tried breaking out from here. With the market pressure, it came back down. But you can see there is complete volume dry up in this whole region. There is no supply that is coming to the market. You can see it's all average, below average volume compared to this volume. So this day there was almost 20x the average 20-day volume that came in. With an earnings surprise, this is a really good. This can be a really good winner, and it's just not willing to go down. So with market pressure, it goes down. As soon as there is pressure lifted off, it just comes back to 52-week highs. In fact, there is also Federal Bank, which is similar, and also Karur Vesta Bank, as far as I remember. Here you can see this similar stuff. It was down, gapped up, tried breaching this level, came down with market pressure. Again, 52-week highs. I think it was Karur Vista Bank. I'm not sure. It was this was this only. This took a deeper correction than the both of them, but again similar story. This can also be looked at, but I think I would prefer City Union Bank the most, then Federal, than this. Maybe Federal and City Union same, then this. Okay. So this is also good setup. I'll just so this is an IPO stock. This was the first base, gave good decent return, and this is the second base now that is playing out somewhat. So this level it tried taking out, was not able to go through, came down, shook a lot of people out, maybe even broke this sort of zone, whatever support people call it. It was coming back up, fell down with market pressure again. Now it's back to 52-week highs again. Only thing I would wait, I would like maybe a few more days over here and this moving average to come back up somewhere here. That would make the risk reward equation, much, much, much better. And yeah, a trade can be taken in this as well. HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is trying to break once again. Let's have a look. I mean, I'm never gonna take a trade in this, but just because it came up in the scanning, I've put over here. I put it over here. Yeah. It's been consolidating since 2021 in this huge range, and now it broke out of this zone easily with a gap up also. Interesting. Definitely, I would like to see how this plays out. But if you would ask me if I'm going to touch this, no, I am not going to touch it at all. It's just pointless touching such a huge, God knows 20. What is the market cap? But yeah, Maybe it's just gonna prove everybody wrong and go straight up to 2000. But yeah, a decent setup which you guys can have a look at. Okay, so this is also Camlin Fine Sciences. This is also big base as far as I remember. So this is also a huge base, and considering this volume that came in and this region that it was not able to take out, this fell down. But again, as the market was falling, right, this stock was it broke all the moving averages, reclaimed all the moving averages. All the moving averages lines are almost pointing upwards, and you know it's consolidating tightly over here. Not the highest priority setup, but if you're looking for a positional entry, maybe, and also over here, if you see this was really nicely shaken out over here. A lot of people must be shaken out over here who must be really long term holders. This was a really bad day, and you can see this, not a lot of volume, only fall in price, not by huge volume. Came back up, fell down. This pivot was here, huge, broke out on huge volumes, not able to clear the zone, tried again. But now it's about 200 EMA, it's about 10, 20. Yeah, it's a good setup as well. And if this works out positionally, it can give decent returns. Okay, so this is like a normal setup only. Just this volume bar that has just popped up recently with the earnings is really interesting. Is it KRN or KNR? KNR, KNR construction. So this had set up once previously over here, just as I remember. I think somebody I knew had entered in this over here. This was a really good base here as well. So yeah, they had gotten this good sort of a move over here, barring the election day. But again, if you see, it got rejected from this level. Tried taking out. It's here again. But what is interesting is this volume that has come up recently. This volume that had come up recently with earnings, and it is up 8%. So this is giving some clues definitely that something is going on. If I'll just remove this bar, okay, there is decent volume dry up, not a lot. But in this falling market, it's near this zone, so something which can be looked at again. How many names do we have? Again, similar name, General Insurance Corporation of India. This can be looked at again. Shook out a lot of people on 200 EMA, came back up to this high. If this takes it out, and volume pickup is also decent over here. In this whole region from September to November mid, not a lot of volume activity. Suddenly the volume activity has picked up. Okay, Hyundai, I don't know, for some reason, recently a lot of IPOs are working. Be it Vare, Swiggy, Premier Energies also worked recently. So this is also really decent. My battery is running out. I should finish this up quickly. So Honda is also a decent IPO base. And yeah, this can also be looked at. Godavari biorefinery is also nice, but I would. This is, I think, it's a 1 day chart. I would like maybe some tightness to come. This day was really good day. It shot up on massive volumes. Clearly, somebody bought a good chunk over here and changed the downtrend trajectory completely, and is now near the highs. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, Shankara building production, the product, whatever. You can see the massive volumes with the rise in the stock, completely good relative strength, extremely high relative strength, and it's consolidating over here near these highs. So something which definitely should be considered. Again, a really good setup, Swan Energy. Just look at the volumes on this end. Again, market was falling. It's just making newer highs. Huge volume, highest volume ever on this day. Really good. This setup is amazing. This setup is amazing. Kirloskar Brothers is also amazing. And Sansera Engineering is also really amazing because there is this chotu sa gap up, good volumes, and this is entering semiconductor space. So something which is really hot. and it is completely gone sideways in this whole market fall. So yeah, something to be looked at again.